This is Vanessa and welcome to the Lunar Review. Today I'm talking about April 30th. On this day we have Venus entering the sign of Aries, and she will stay there from April 30th till June 6th. So Venus is that planet of love and beauty and luxury and money and just all things pleasant and beautiful. It's harmony, and it is what brings us pleasure. It is the give and take in a loving relationship. It's the love we receive. It's the love that we give. And Venus is also about the power of attraction. She's a yin sign, so she's very magnetic. She's like a vacuum cleaner. She is able to just attract to her exactly what she needs and what she loves. And she delights in beauty of all kinds, and she rules over all the arts. So it's poetry and music and just all the artistic expressions. She's very gifted at conveying emotions and ideas and just any experience through artistic means or just through really pleasant means. She knows romance. She definitely knows her romance, loves her romantic entanglements, and also she just really values her relationships as well. She loves the five senses, loves engaging in them, smelling, beautiful perfume and eating good fine food and taking luxurious silky baths. So she definitely has a very sultry and very sensual side to her. And she really gets her needs met and feels best by just being fair, open, and honest with people. And she likes to have relationships where everybody cooperates and everybody adds something of value. And then it's like being at a market, or you've got something of value to offer, someone else wants it, and you can do a fair trade. And so ultimately, hopefully everybody wins. She helps us harmonize our own lives, and she helps us appreciate and create beauty. And Venus is why we can just feel good at the end of a day and just appreciate the finer things in life, and also go beyond just the mundane, the ordinary. That with Venus, we know that life is much more than just taking care of our daily needs. The sign for Aries is the ram, and Aries is also the god of war. So this is basically a sign that wants to do it now. It's a very impulsive, fast-acting sign. It, like the ram, can just butt things and just to like push its way through. That it can be aggressive in what it wants to get. It knows what it wants, and it wants it now, and it wants to do it now. And this is a sign that really just wants to start new things and take a chance and take the initiative and be bold. An Aries has to be daring and courageous. This is a sign of impulsive action. And this is not a sign that's going to ponder and dream about something. And ready or not, this is a sign that will take action. It's the first sign of the zodiac, so it's you could think of it as it's the first sign to be bold enough or crazy enough to actually incarnate in the flesh here on this planet. And it's for Aries, it's a joy just to be incarnate and to be experiencing this three-dimensional world and to be part of material reality. They're guileless, so they don't function with deceit or mystery. They're very straightforward and honest in their approach. Even if they sound a little bit rough or a little bit too candid, they are extremely honest. What you see is what you get. And yeah, their impulse is just to exist and engage deeply and deliberately with everything that life has to offer. So that means the delights, and it also means the challenges, that they just want to experience life without prejudice and just experiment and go into the unknown. Aries, they will get bored quickly, especially after the big rush is over and things kind of come to a standstill. So they are excellent at self-starting, but poor at finishing the job. And it might be better, Aries to start something and then they can hand the baton off to another sign, perhaps a fixed sign that can actually run and complete the project. When someone has Venus and Aries in their natal chart, this is a person who generally values their independence. So when they're looking for a mate or a partner, that it's probably going to be someone who can also function as an individual. So for these people, it will be 1 + 1 is 2. It will not be 1 + 1 equals 1, because there are signs that what they dearly want is just to mix and merge completely with their partner. But this isn't so for Aries, that they can most definitely, they can commit. They are perfectly capable of being strongly loyal. However, they do need to have some sovereignty, maintain some sovereignty in their relationships. So for this transit with Venus entering into Aries, because Aries is a fire sign, it means that Aries can get really fired up, really passionate, really quickly. But then, passions can come and go very quickly. That flame can burn, but then it goes out. So if there is a relationship developing, just know that this blossoming romance could be a lot of fun. It could be exciting and daring and bold and adventurous, but it might not be something that will last forever. Or I would say, don't make any huge commitments at this time. Enjoy the adventure and then see what happens at the end of this transit. And in general, there can just be like a real passion and lust for life right now. Just, a daring and a sense of adventure, and maybe even some risky behavior. And maybe for some, just, downright dangerous behavior too. So there should be a lot of energy right now for anything, for your hobbies, to party, to start a new business. Just there's a lot of energy to get involved in any type of creative pursuit with a lot of enthusiasm, or just to try something new. You might get really bored of things quickly. So also at this point, you might be more focused on yourself than others, and you might sometimes just assume that others share your values or share your opinions. So just be careful of that. Just remember to just keep an open mind, and just know that others, don't know exactly what you're thinking, and don't assume everyone is on your same wavelength. And basically just have some sort of outlet and really fun stuff lined up for this transit, because there could be a lot of intensity and passion. Like I said, if a relationship is formed now, it could be supercharged and exciting, but will it last? Who knows? Maybe it doesn't even matter. But just be spontaneous and freewheeling. You might want to do things your own way. You could really just approach work, just anything about your life with just a really high level of enthusiasm. You might be a little less patient than usual, and it might be a little bit easier to either, like I said, just dismiss or completely ignore someone else's perspective. But overall, I think that, this also could be a period of just being very magnetic and charming. Well, as always, enjoy, and I will be back again.